Right now I'm with Dr. Jan White, and as usual on Wednesdays we have a different topic to discuss, tasks of aging.
Yes, I covered this topic 7 years ago, so I decided, so I decided we'd better do it again.
What exactly is tasks of aging?
Well, it's related to tasks of childhood or task of childhood development. What is a task? A task is something that is assigned. It's something that cannot be avoided. It must be done.
Okay.
So, for instance, growing up, babyhood through adulthood, there are certain hurdles you have to overcome, like sitting up, walking, talking, going to school, getting an education, getting a job, and gaining independence. Those are all tasks of, development.
All right.
Well, just when you think you've got it all together, guess what?
You don't.
Old age. And there are more tasks assigned to old age.
Can't wait.
And here are some of these. And the reason I think this is so important for the audience is that, it really is difficult getting older. It's a lot more than you think. So let's go through these tasks.
You're not just talking about just in our own brain saying, oh no, we're getting old. You're talking about things that actually have to be done.
These are things that have to be done. And a lot of what I'm going to point out here, older adults are doing all at the same time.
So are they overwhelming themselves?
They are overwhelmed, and they're not doing it to themselves. Events are happening.
Okay.
So the first one is loss of significant others. Well, they're losing their friends, their families, and their pets
their spouses
at the same time.
Sad.
Revise relationships. Okay.
So I'm about to revise one.
You're just about to revise yours, aren't you, Gloria? So widowhood, and some people are newly single. So you're making this adjustment to this new life. You're becoming a grandfather or a grandmother, maybe.
That brings on a whole lot of tasks.
See, all of this is beyond your control. It's a task.
Okay.
Independence and control of life. So you're dealing here now with maybe a chronic illness. So you're feeling out of control.
Definitely.
Coping with retirement and financial changes.
That's
this is a huge adjustment. The definition of retirement is living without a paycheck. So that's
difficult.
That takes a lot of planning, and sometimes you are retired not willingly. It's happened because of a downsizing.
You have no choice.
So
you have to make the best of it.
Yeah, and so also with retirement comes a role loss, especially for the provider, the family provider. Now they're just a quote-unquote nobody, and a lot of spouses have to adjust to their significant other hanging around the house and stirring the soup.
There you go.
Okay.
And I can bet that's difficult.
Right. Maintaining living arrangements, and you're adjusting to physical declines and strength.
You can't do everything you used to be able to do.
And remember, the immune system is waning. And so, again, these are things that are beyond our control. Efficient use of medical and social supports. Now, when you turn 65 and you're on Medicare, you enter this maze, this bureaucracy of paperwork and fragmented services. Talk about a challenge. Just that one thing alone, without all of these other events, would be in itself very difficult. And then again, assumption of new roles and responsibilities. So we become often caregivers, even though we're older.
Sometimes you may not have a choice. You're the only one that can take care of the loved one.
Exactly. And often it's not only a spouse, but it can be grandchildren as well. So you're back to being a parent again.
And with that financially,
listen, all of these tasks together are
very overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming. And so let's not be so quick to complain about an older adult who has all of these things going on. Be mindful that, it really is not for sissies.
It's a big deal for them.
It really, all of this is happening.
Is there anything people can do to get ready for old age?
Yeah, be realistic and remember that all of these things are coming your way.
All right, just know they're coming and try to
all of this
set them
talk
straight.
About the golden years, forget it. Okay, that's not reality. That's the media. It takes a lot of planning, But if you retain your sense of humor and have good people around you, it will be successful no matter what happens in your life.
Well, there you go, Coach Pugh. We're safe. We've got great people around us, and we've got a sense of humor.
I'm feeling the love.
Oh, we'll definitely laugh a lot up here. That's for sure. Well, that is a lot for someone to overtake, to start having to deal with in their life.
I know it is.
Boy, you've just made everybody just can't wait to get old.
Well, it's doable. Okay, it is.
Just know it's coming and try to prepare for it as early as you can. And that's something we don't do, especially baby
exactly.
boomers.
Be realistic and don't start thinking that there's the Medicare fairy. No, there is no Medicare fairy. You've got to dig through the paperwork like everybody else. So just be realistic and know what's ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Jan White. You can always reach her here in the mornings on Wednesday. 230-4988 is that number, or you can email us, ztv@jamiecooper.com. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to forward them to Dr. Jan White. Thank you so much for all that information. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, Coach Jeff Pugh's here, Johnny Lee Dees is here, and also Mr. Paris. We're going to talk about a vigil that's taking place on domestic violence. Stay with us.